It's time for baseball. It'll be the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Washington Nationals in the nation's capital. Major League Baseball live on 2K Sports.
National League Baseball, the Washington Nationals at home. Will they be able to limit the production of this power bat? Ryan Zimmerman. And glad you could be with us. A mid-April matchup for this 2K Sports presentation of MLB. The starting pitcher, Jordan Zimmerman. And Steve, as he faces these Cincinnati hitters, what do you think he's mainly concerned with?
Well, listen, Jordan Zimmerman worked his way back from Tommy John surgery in a big way. The velocity's come back on his fastball. The slider has great bite, maybe even better than before the surgery. And all of that results in outs and strikeouts.
We've got a moment to check out that lineup for the Reds. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, keep an eye on Drew Stubbs, one of the most exciting players in the game today. Big guy, he has power, he has speed, he has the ability to be a 30-30 guy. If he can cut back on his strikeouts and make contact a little more consistently, his numbers are going to go through the roof.
And so Brandon Phillips leading it up.
He'd really like to break out, going to 2 for his last 8 at bats. A tough trend for him as a leadoff guy. You need to get on base and set the table for your lineup. He's got to pick it up for his offense.
He takes that one. Zimmerman has him on 1.
That pitch had great rotation on it. Really was a take pitch out of his hand, and he gets the strike.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. Espinosa's there. 1 away. Here's a look at how the Nationals line up on the defense. Particular standouts here, John?
Well, Jason Worth is the best center fielder that's playing right field in all of baseball. I think you can put Jason in any outfield position, and he's going to be the best at that position. So great of an athlete, fundamentally sound. But what I like about him is the way he goes for balls that are down the line, that hit off the sidewall and kick back out. He plays caroms better than any outfielder in baseball.
And we've got Cozart batting.
Well, the Reds a bit shaky in 2011 with their play on the road, finishing 7 games under 500. And it was a 2-8 road trip in the month of May. They really derailed what was a pretty good start to their season.
2 away. That Cincinnati road record we talked about certainly wasn't about their offense, Steve. They were 3rd in the league in opposing ballpark.
Well, if it wasn't the offense, we've got to find the answer somewhere else, and it was with their pitching. Ranked 13th in ERA on the road with a 4.2 ERA.
And it's Joey Votto now. And, take a look at a good number. 304 last season against the Nationals. And Zimmerman's pitch is too low. That will be taken for a ball.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location, and believe me, very difficult to hit.
1-0 pitch, change up in there. 1-1.
If the hitter pulls the trigger on this, he's got a chance to drive the ball. He opened up, was out in front, but the inside changeup can be dangerous.
1-1 pitch. He makes contact, line drive. That falls in. First hit of the ball game for this club.
Looking back to Joey Votto's numbers last year, let's see how he ranked in comparison to others. First in doubles, first in batting average with runners in scoring position. He also led the league in base on balls, with the most patient hitter in the game. He worked the count, and if it wasn't a strike, he let it go.
And it's Jay Bruce in the box now. Batting 1 for 5 last season off Zimmerman. That's at the knees for a called strike.
Now that he's established the bottom of the strike zone, it gives him so many options. He can go to the breaking ball or climb the ladder with another fastball.
Line shot into center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Bruce. Votto trying for 3rd. He'll hold there at second base, credit him with a double.
He gets a letter high pitch, a good pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it. Nice job.
Hitting from behind is not an easy thing to do in this game, but a little easier when the pitch is up there.
Now you throw it over the plate like that, it's going to cost you.
Ball 1 started off the at bat. It's 1-0. And here's Zimmerman's 1-0 pitch. And he got good wood up the middle. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. They give 2 men in scoring position. Couple of hits. Can't get them home, though. And the Nationals getting ready to start this one off. And doing the pitching, it'll be Bronson Arroyo. He's starting for Cincinnati. And Steve, what's he looking at as he sees this Washington lineup?
Well, a chance to see one of the wiliest pitchers in baseball in Bronson Arroyo. Nothing overpowering, but he knows how to use his assortment of pitches.
And it's up against the wall. Pulls into second with that double, so he's in scoring position now with nobody else.
Well, a great leadoff double right there. No outs in the inning. Now, let's see if they can bring him across.
And here's Jason Worth. He's 1 for 3 off Arroyo.
They better be careful, Gary, with him on second base. He can run, and he has the ability to read the pitcher and get a good jump as well.
Now we have a moment to take a look at the lineup for the Nationals. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, with Ian Desmond, you get a lot of everything in the lineup. He can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He can also drop a bunt and beat you with his legs. So versatile a player is Ian Desmond.
No one out yet. Runners at first and second. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. One away. And that keeps the runners at first and second. We'll take a quick look at the Reds and how they'll be lined up on the field. And John, how about individual factors out there?
Well, Joey Votto's known for his bat, and when he first came up, he was an adequate first baseman, but nothing special. But the last couple years, he has really taken that turn into being a complete player, first baseman-wise, compared to some of the best in all of baseball. Not only now is he good with the glove, he also has an arm. He turns about as many double plays as anyone as far as first baseman goes.
LaRoche stays off. It's a strike. He's got 4 hits in 23 lifetime ABs off Arroyo.
When you look at the numbers he has against him, and this might be one of those days he goes to manager and said, you know what, maybe I can use a day off.
Lined up the middle, and that gets down. LaRoche has got a hit. Now here comes a runner for the plate, and he's in there. The fans, be sure to tune in tomorrow night. We'll see Brian McCann and the Atlanta Braves. They'll be hosting the Milwaukee Brewers. That one will start at 7:30 Eastern. And it's Michael Morris at the plate, 1 down. You know, Steve, they needed to take the lead, and they've come through just as we thought they might. See how this plays out.
Nice approach at the plate so far from this offense, and they came out of the gates early, determined to get up on the board.
Arroyo with a pitch. Change-up just misses. 1-0. And at this point in the game, obviously, it's hard to tell exactly where we're going, but you get the feeling here that a lot of these bats, a lot of them got some umph left.
Well, no question. From a pitcher's perspective, you want to get into a rhythm. You want to kind of get your legs underneath you, but he's not able to do that because this offense is making it work.
Michael Morris swings and misses, and the count is even. There's a call strike in the inner half. Now 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming. Swung on by Morris. He hammered it. Oh, there's a great play. Worth towards third.
Let's take a look at where Washington ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. 7th in home runs, 8th in stolen bases. And the slugging numbers, well, they just didn't quite have the slugging numbers that they would have liked. Power, not a big part of their game. They were a base-to-base team having to manufacture runs.
Here's Espinoza as he sets in. His lifetime average, 261 off the Reds. LaRoche is the runner at first. Worth at third. And it's going to be good. The Nationals should score.
Well, pitcher making a mistake right here, leaving it right over the heart of the plate. He squares it up, drives it, good contact at the plate, and driving the run.
Most of those kind of pitches are going to get hit. That's an RBI knock. And Ramos now will come to the batter's box. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Well, we all knew the possibility of getting some early runs up early could happen here. That was possible. This could turn out to be a very interesting game, guys.
Arroyo sends the 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air, in right, foul territory. Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. Swing liner back up the middle. That's down. Runner could come home. And a second run comes through. So that's going to bring in 2.
You see it coming up in the zone over the heart of the plate. Good piece of hitting, drives that ball.
Boy, if there's a pitcher wants back. There's one right there.
That's good pitch recognition, good two-strike approach.
Bernardina at the plate now. This is a potent offense on the field right now, really dominating.
Okay, these guys are really swinging the sticks. They came out ready to hit today, no question about that.
Yeah, if you're the pitcher, though, it's more like somebody's got a stick and he's poking you in the eye. The 1-0 delivery is a fastball. Can't make contact, strike 1.
Well, just because he's a fastball hitter doesn't mean you can't throw him a fastball. Strength on strength right there, and the pitcher came out ahead.
The pitch. That's taken outside for a ball 2, 1 strike count.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
2-1 pitch, curve, swung out and missed, 2-2. And that misses the outside corner to run it full, 3-2.
A great movement on that 2-seam fastball, trying to start it on the corner, running it off the plate. The hitter just laid off.
3-2 on the way. On the ground to second. Picked up by Phillips. Throws on the first. Side is retired. Well, that's the kind of first inning you want. Big early runs. The Nationals lead it 4-0. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Clark. And we've got Stubbs here. He takes that one. Zimmerman has him on 1.
Well, the hitter lays off this pitch, realizing you can't do much. When you get that kind of 4-seam fastball down and away, it's tough to hit.
Here's the pitch. Good eye by Drew Stubbs. Stays away, and it evens the count. Nothing yet in 4 ABs against Jordan Zimmerman. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Stubbs will watch it. Now the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch is a slider, taken for a called strike 2. Hit foul by Stubbs. That is strike 3. Stubbs. He didn't even get a hack as he's done.
Well, they set him up away and they buzz him up and in. That's an outstanding pitch right there. He couldn't pull the trigger on it.
And the lineups with the most home runs around the league last year, courtesy of State Farm. The Brewers #1, the Reds 2nd, the Braves 3rd, the D-backs 4th, and in the 5 spot, the Rockies.
Well, you see so many games won with one swing of the bat, and this team last year was one of the best at hitting the ball out of the ballpark. You make a mistake, they will make you pay. The bottom line is, there's no one in this lineup that you think is going to be an easy out because they can all take you out.
In there from Zimmerman, and the count goes to 1-1.
First full year back for Jordan Zimmerman after Tommy John surgery in 2010. You wondered how he would respond. He had his best season to date.
Here's the delivery. This one swung on and driven hard. No problem with that one. And what a confidence builder that has got to be for Zimmerman. You come back after the surgery, you really don't know whether you're going to be able to pitch again, and he had a magnificent year. That should make him even better this year.
Well, you're right. He comes back and he proves, okay, I can pitch here, and then he started getting better, and he realized, I'm still going to fulfill that potential that we knew I always had.
Oh! Here's the pitch. Strike two at the knees, 0-2.
Let's see if they go right at him or if they're going to waste the pitch. They're way ahead right now.
Fastball called. Strike three, and the side is retired. And a quick inning for Jordan Zimmerman. He's put in some effective pitching so far. And coming up, we'll see the Nationals. And we've got Zimmerman batting. He's going to start the second for the home team. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0. On the way. Hit on the ground. And Votto picks it up. And that's out number one as he takes it to the bag.
Shortstop, number 20, Ian Jasmine.
Springtime around Major League Baseball. Here's a look at the Reds. They'll wrap up their series with Washington tonight. They'll meet a fellow NL Central club, the Cardinals, at Busch Stadium. That'll get underway on Thursday night. Then they'll continue the road trip for the next series. The Cubs at Wrigley Field. And quite a bit of time away from home for them over these next several games. And starts him out here. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. Bruce will field. And he gets over and grabs it with the left.
Right fielder, number 28, Jason Worth.
And here's Jason Worth. Headed for the middle. That will bring Ryan Zimmerman up.
Well, with that big two-out hit right there in this inning, you know the managers in there telling him, let's not let him breathe. Let's not let him get that third out. Let's score before this inning's over.
Flew out last time. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Misses below the knees. Ball 2.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Here it comes. And that's a ball. Now Zimmerman's going to be looking to see if they'll let him swing here. No hits, 1 at bat. Lifetime off LeCure. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Zimmerman, he'll be looking here for something in his power zone.
Now let's see what he comes back with on the 3-1 pitch.
Oh, there goes Worth. And that one misses. That's going to be ball 4. Toss the bat aside and head down to first.
Now some control issues right now for the pitcher. He's got to get locked in and back in the zone.
And that'll bring Adam LaRoche to the plate. Time to take a look at who led the league in slugging percentage last season. State Farm brings it to you. Number 1, Ryan Braun. Second is Matt Kemp. Third is Prince Fielder. 4th spot, that's Michael Morse. And finally, Lance Berkman, number 5.
Well, a big power hitter last year, and he was one of the top slugging percentage guys in all of baseball. And he's just a guy that has this big, beautiful, powerful swing, but he also has the ability to hit extra base hits. He's not just a home run hitter. He's a slugger who can hit the ball to all fields.
The 1-0 pitch. It's hit foul by LaRoche. LaRoche fouls it off again. And he fouls another one off. The 1-2 on its way. And he leaves that one alone as Adam LaRoche shows patience at the plate, evening the count.
Looking to build offensively off his last game where he had a couple of RBIs and trying to carry that into this one as well.
Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. Off the wall and left. And Worth comes in.
Well, this is a guy right here that was made to hit fastballs, and that's what he looks for, and that's what he got right there. Put a good swing on it. He knew what to do with it for that double.
Michael Morris looking to knock in a run. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
Boy, after that quality at bat, I mean, this offense just landing some serious body blows on this pitcher in this game.
Boy, you see this get started. It only builds confidence in the hitters. And he comes back with one in there, and it's 1-1.
You know, Gary, you're right. It builds confidence in the hitters, but it also builds confidence in today's pitcher because he knows he doesn't have to be perfect now. He can pound the strike zone with strikes and be much more aggressive.
And that'll end the half inning. Stubbs there to make the play. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. Washington out in front by 5. Bottom part of the order will get their chance offensively.
Plate for the Cincinnati Reds.
Cure making his way to the plate.
Number 63, Sam Cure.
Zimmerman with the pitch. Ball. That one's low and away. Ball 1. The 1-0 now. Swing, a softly hit grounded to first. And out number 1 as he steps on the base.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Cincinnati Reds and see where they ranked in the National League. Second in home runs, second in runs scored. They also showed up in the top 5 in hits, so an offense that had a lot of contact, putting the ball in play and finding ways to get on base.
And Brandon Phillips digs in with 1 out.
Well, you hear a lot of great stories from Major League Baseball, but to me, the best one was Brandon Phillips surprising a 14-year-old fan by showing up at one of his playoff baseball games.
And the first pitch. It's hit foul by Phillips. We were talking about that story with Brandon Phillips showing up at that 14-year-old's game. It came via a Twitter. And Phillips looked at it and said, why not?
Well, a lot of times for athletes right now, social media is the thing to do. For this story, a nice job by Brandon Phillips.
Swung on. That's going to be hit foul. Long fly ball left side. Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
Now a look at the teams who generated the most runs last year, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Cardinals. Second, the Reds. The Rockies third. The D-backs fourth. And it's the Brewers fifth best.
Well, this is a pitcher's dream when you have an offense like this on your side. You know you're going to get a ton of runs. You don't have to be so precise. You can let runs score because you know your offense is going to pick you up.
That one is hit well. Bernardina's there. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning and nobody left on base. It's still a shutout here in Washington. Looking to the lineup, 6, 7, 8 hitters on their way to the plate.
For the Washington
Danny Espinosa to lead it off. And an RBI double this last time.
Danny Espinosa.
Here's the delivery. That one is hit well. Stubbs there. That's one away.
For the Washington Nationals, number 3,
And Ramos now will come to the batter's box.
Now, he just did not pick up the ball very well out of the pitcher's hand last time out. Struck out every at bat.
Now the first pitch. There's a swing, a drive down the left field line. It's towards the corner, and goodbye home run. And for Washington, the runs just keep on coming. And a 6-run lead. Imagine that home run came with a couple of guys on.
Gotta love the approach of the Nationals right here, Gary. They're approaching it exactly the right way.
The first pitch. He swings now and really hit that. This one's going to be fielded by Stubbs as he just strolls over for that out.
Number 27, Jordan.
And we've got Zimmerman batting. Rounded out his last time up. Fastball runs inside, 1-0. Slider just misses the black, falls behind 2-0. And a ground ball. There's Roland. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So they pick up a run on the home run and add to their lead. The Nationals totally controlling this ballgame.
Coming to bat for the Cincinnati
And Joey
Reds.
Votto to lead it off. Things going his way so far. First time up, he got the single that came off Zimmerman.
Yeah, he wasn't too fazed by that curveball that he saw the last time. If I'm pitching,
Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep into right center field. And goodbye, the home run for the Reds. They are on the board. They chip a run off that, still down by 5.
well, you know, credit Cincinnati for at least trying to get some offensive attack mounted here, but they still got a ways to go, huh?
First pitch on the way to Bruce. Swung on, liner to right. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. And that's going to bring Scott Rowland to the plate.
Let's take a look at Jay Bruce and how his season turned out last year. 8th in home runs, 8th in RBIs, and patience was a major part of his season last year, ranked in the top 15 and taking the walk. That patience will pay huge dividends for his club's offense.
Grounded out last time. And Rowland settles in for the first pitch. No luck that time for Zimmerman as he will miss inside. And you know, any great pitching coach will emphasize the importance of mixing up your pitch types. Let's see how this guy's been doing in that regard.
Well, that's the...
It's swung on, hit by Rowland. And Morris is going to play it as he gets to it for the out.
Now coming to bat for the Cincinnati Reds.
Now Drew Stubbs batting with a runner on first.
Well, last year, a bit of a coming out party for Drew Stubbs. Got full time at bats and made the most of it, hitting 15 homers and swiping 40 bags. Not much he can't do on a field.
He takes that one. Zimmerman has him 0-1. When we talk about Stubbs, no question, John, the speed, the power there. Strikeouts, though, for someone at the top of the order may be a little high.
He had the dubious distinction of the most strikeouts last season. Sent back to the bench 205 times. Talked to Dusty Baker in the offseason. He said Stubbs needs to work on that, and if he does, he could be an MVP.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Well, you see there, he tried to go on that outside corner, down and away. Give the hitter a lot of credit, though. You know that's a pitch you can't hit, so don't even swing at it. Well, and the catcher looked like he really wanted that one.
Foul by Stubbs. The 1-2 comes from Zimmerman. Now a swing and a ball hit well into right field. It's got carry. It's up against the wall and a bounce. This is a great situation for some offense.
Left fielder.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Throws in time to first. What a play. The National schedule, let's have a look. They'll wrap up the series with Cincinnati tonight. Then it'll be the Astros. They come to town. Very big bat with them, Carlos Lee. They'll get started Monday night. Then it'll be the Marlins. They'll come into town with their big bat, Hanley Ramirez. That should be a great series. They really match up well. So a lot of home games on the way. The fans will have a chance to see their guys many times over in the next couple of weeks. And we've got Hannigan here standing in. Over his career, a solid .385 off Washington.
And it doesn't really matter which pitcher they trot out there, Gary. He loves hitting off every one of them.
Stubbs on at second. Bruce at third. No luck that time for Zimmerman, as he will miss inside. Ready with a 1-0. Grounder, LaRoche. And it's plucked off the field. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So they cut into that deficit a bit with a home run. Still well behind. The Reds making progress. They've cut into this lead.
Coming to bat for the Washington
And Desmond is in the batter's box. He's ready to start the home half here in the fourth inning. And here's the first one. And it's fouled off.
Here we go, DC.
Gets the fastball by him that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
Well, that two-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement.
Ground ball to short. Cozart. Over to first for out number one.
Right fielder, number 28, Jason Worth.
So with one down, let's watch Jason Worth. Singled and scored his last time around. And here's the first one. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
It was a bit strange to not see Worth in the playoffs last year. He's been a fixture for the Phillies for so long, coming up in key situations for them.
Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now, 0-2. And Worth indeed has had a knack in his career for showing up in a big way when they've needed him. He is a good clutch hitter, John.
Yeah, and if the Nationals, who have such a young, talented team, if they can ever make the postseason, he's going to be the guy that they lean on with all that experience in the postseason to get that big hit for him.
And Votto picks it up, and he steps on first. That's the second out.
Number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
Ryan Zimmerman, he gets ready to swing here with 2 away. Hit 6 for 21 last year off the Reds. First pitch on the way. First pitch, a slider outside, 1-0.
Well, this broke a little bit too much out of the zone right here for a ball, but he's got to bring it back in, rein that thing in a little bit.
Here's the pitch. That's a called strike on the outer half, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one's hit to the right. way down there, but that's going to be a long foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Zimmerman again with a foul ball. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. Not a lot of action in this half inning. Nothing on. Washington 6, Cincinnati 1. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate.
Up to the plate.
LaCure making his way to the plate. One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your location. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this pitcher's been doing. A shot up the middle. Oh, and he dropped it. So they can't make the play. And he's on. Costly error to allow him to reach base. Brandon Phillips, runner on first base. He brings an 0 for 2 to the plate against Zimmerman.
Well, rough time putting the bat on that two-seam fastball, and if I'm the pitcher, I've got to go right back there again until he proves he can hit it.
Well, it's been a very successful strikeout pitch for him, Steve. Definitely. 2 other batters have also been put away with it.
Cincinnati presented with a good shot here. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way in that kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
And we've got Cozart batting. He flew out his last time up. And that's going to bring Joey Votto to the plate.
Well, now he's coming up to the plate with the bases loaded. You see that single right there, Gary. Loads up the bases, and he's got to make this pitcher work. A lot of pressure now on the pitching. He's got to look for a pitch to drive.
You know, Steve, you imagine that big fly ball anytime. You get the bases loaded here, you got to take advantage.
Well, they'll take anything they can get right now. It's still early in the game. They just need to try to keep it close.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Now let's take a moment here to see the breakdown of the pitches that have yielded hits.
Looking at this guy's power curve, that pitch has been hit 2 times.
You know, with a few runs he's given up, I'm not sure that a pair of hits is really a big concern for him. He's come out of the gate strong and has definitely been in control when he's gone at the hitters.
Good spot that time. Hit that outside corner. 1-2.
A good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
Zimmerman with the pitch. Big swing and a miss and a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Well, they went away right there, and he put a pretty good swing on it, but just couldn't quite make contact. Walking back to the dugout now.
Chance to drive in a run for Jay Bruce.
Well, 4 years in the big leagues now for Jay Bruce. In each of those 4 seasons, he's managed to top 20 homers. He's not perfect by any means, but he's getting there. He has a chance to be a great one.
And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. For Bruce, being selective, it's going to be tougher to do because more and more pitches are away from him out of the strike zone, even though he's getting on base for it.
And that's the toughest thing for young players to understand is when are they pitching to me? When are they pitching around me? Are they throwing me strikes or are they trying to walk me? I think Jay Bruce, though, is good enough player and talented enough. He'll figure it out sooner or later. When he does, the numbers are going to grow.
Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Well, that pitch right there, that change up away, if a guy's looking for it, that's a great pitch to be able to hit the other way with some power.
Now the 2-1. Hit up the middle. Look out off the pitcher. Zimmerman. 2 away. A run scores, but a quick recovery that time gets the out. 2 out and 2 on. Here's Scott Rowland. Well, it's a little bit of redemption here, Steve, but you got to wonder if the hurdle's going to be too much.
We just saw a good piece of hitting right there. I mean, down as many runs as they were, he sent a message to the pitcher and to his teammates. They're just not going to go down without a fight.
Fastball misses away. 1-0. Well, it was a big mountain, Steve, that they had to overcome, and all of a sudden that mountain looks a whole lot lower.
That's just good baseball they're playing. Keep the pressure on and see what happens. Play all 9 innings. Let's see what happens when they play this pitch.
That one fouled off by Rowland. And another foul ball. The 1-2 comes from Zimmerman. And that's another foul ball. Foul! Good patience, Scott Rowland, letting that one go by. It's a ball. Count is even. Swung on and ripped towards second. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they win a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching, really leading them to victory.
All right, let's do it. Here's our player of the game. Mound work, just magnificent from beginning to end from Jordan Zimmerman.
Well, yeah, I agree. Complete games seem to be a dying art, but every now and again, someone tosses a gem like this one. What I like is that even though he wasn't perfect, his manager gave him the chance and showed enough confidence in him that he could get the job done and finish it off, and he did.
And Steve, they're able to win this game rather handily. A bit of home cooking here that was right on from the beginning.
Gary, as a player, you always like having the 10th man out there, and these fans provided that today. They were into it.
I guess it's that time again. We wrap up this 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. For John, Steve, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu, adieu.